Biafra, Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafrans, and give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we, Biafrans, and give us a freedom. Fire, we need our leader. Prophet, Odimegwu Ojukwu'S, we need our leader. Odimegwu Ojukwu'S, we need our leader. Yeah, man. The evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate can't stop the sun from shining from the east of God. And so Biafrans all over the globe, are you feeling me, Chanting? Why and I feel you from my location, you know. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to Gooo. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. I'm going to tell you, we no fear wicked British, we no fear Britain, we no fear them, Boko Haram, we no fear them, we no fear Fulani Caliphate, we no fear them, we no fear Mieti Allah, we no fear them, Bandit Kill, we no fear them, Janjaweed, we no fear them, Al-Qaeda, we no fear Lucifer, we no fear you Satan, we no fear little demons, we no fear Leviathan, we no fear little junkies, little Janjaweed. Obasanjo and his entire generation died and was buried. In our Biafran, you think it is business as usual. This is the new generation of Biafran. For your information, if you don't mind, mad people everywhere. Mad people. I have to know, man. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to Gooo. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to Gooo. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shatima, the Boko Haram Big Bill said that in Lagos the Yorubas can be buying the land for 100,000 and Fulanis will buy them for 150 or 200,000. But on Igbo man we buy his own for 10 million. Can you imagine? Mad people everywhere. So man, give them water. Maramazuka, Ugo Chris, Pastor Bam. I'm seeing Biafra already, man. Yeah, man.
ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ndị ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi onye nwe m ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị na-asị na emeghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye bi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise.
ụmụnne m di Odimegwu Ojukwu is concerned, his major concern before he left this earth was for his people to go. He knew that there is a lot of tentacles holding us and tying us down in the zoo. He knew that it is only by us going home that we will be alive. He knew. And so at every given time, he would always come and cry, "Let my people go. Let my people go." We are the people of God. We are called by his name. Biafrans, we are the people of God. Any form of allurement today to keep you in Nigeria, to give you hope in Nigeria, is tying you down for an inevitable massacre. Read my lips. The only thing we need to be doing now is to be crying, is to get involved and let everyone know that we must go. We have always been the target. And because they have tried to destroy us and they failed, the only thing they can now be doing is to cause disenfranchisement, disorientation, division, confusion among us. I have never seen a people so confused, so being distracted like our people. If they know that we are so good, why did they not allow us to make their land even, life better for them? Any hope coming to that graveyard called Nigeria is a dead hope. So that's why I actually love the fact that Mike Arnold said something about the OK movement that is going on. He has actually come out to say it. If we have time, maybe I will read Mike Arnold's presentation about the OK movement. Mike Arnold said he's okay, he's good with Peter Obi. But the other guy. And the truth is that everything is trying to repeat itself again. Another hope for you to remain in Nigeria. Odimegwu Ojukwu agreed at Aburi. They renegated and came to unalive us and unalived us eventually in Quantum. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed a security network that will protect our land, which has eventually metamorphosed into Biafra Liberation Army and everything that have protected our land. They target ESN and call us terrorists. Today, Sunday Igboho, who has joined APC, I will show you a video of Sunday Igboho's new security outfit. They are brandishing gun, automatic weapons. Tinubu have approved it. Because what? He's not Igbo. Sunday Igboho is not terrorist. They are not going to be going after him now because he's now working with Tinubu. You know why I am happy? It's because everything about this Tinubu is exposing Nigeria. Whether you are supporting Nigeria or supporting Peter Obi or supporting anybody, at the end of the day, Nigeria Nyash is opening completely and our homegoing is inevitable. Please bear with me. I will have to mute now. The ambulance. Our homegoing is inevitable. But please, let us be focused on one thing. Let's have a one front to know that we are one people. We are their target. Let my people go. Odimegwu Ojukwu was echoing and screaming. We must increase the volume because if we don't go, their target is to unalive the last man standing. We saw the recent video which, the Fulani terrorists that are being reintegrated into the system. We saw what they're doing with it. I will still play that one. But my people, we need to be ready to go home. We need to be focused on going home. We do not have an abiding home in Nigeria. Our home is Biafra. Our home and our last hope is Biafra. Nigeria is finished. Everything about Nigeria is gone. There is no future in Nigeria. Nothing can be done to fix it. Nothing. 2027 election will make things worse for you. You see the level of kidnappings. You see the level of unaliving. I saw a very horrible video. in Yoruba land. You know, when Mazin Namdekanu was telling them that they are in your Yoruba land, they were calling for Mazin Namdekanu's head. Now they use Yoruba to sentence Mazin Namdekanu. Now Yoruba land is now heated up with massacre, kidnapping, and destruction. I saw a Fulani terrorist who beheaded a Yoruba man. What the Yoruba people that caught him could do was to give him the head. And they couldn't even touch the Fulani man. When somebody was coming to touch him, no, man, don't beat him, or just allow him to hold the head. Because when they beat or they hit back, they believe that Fulani is the one in control. But they don't know that they have been overwhelmed. They have been overwhelmed by terrorists. The man they call their brother, whom Mazin Namdekanu told them, this man is not your brother. That man is not even from Nigeria. Tinubu is not a Nigerian. So those of you that are Yoruba Nigerians that feel that it is by supporting Tinubu, you think it is, you are doing yourself good. Wait. This is just early morning. This is just early morning. A lot are happening. A lot will be unfolding. A lot. The most unpopular right now is this Tinubu and his APC. They're the most unpopular. You see the disgrace. They don't even care. This is their primary election. You know, when they are counting, see the way they count. 10, 1,000, 20,000, 30,000. You are seeing everything. Now look with the look. Everywhere will soon catch fire. Everywhere will soon catch fire. Biafrans, just be ready. The most important thing that we're supposed to be doing, which we have been deceived and confused not to be doing, is to make sure our security men back home are being provided for. It's a dangerous thing that we have abandoned our security men to now be protecting themselves instead of protecting our land. We have abandoned them. I just pray that some of us will still be alive, because there will be a heavy onslaught. So, but by the time we're allowing all this confusion to go on, and we're going to starve these angels of what they need to protect our land, we are the one that will suffer it. I'm telling you. I'll bring a message from our brother Joseph Okechukwu, but before then, let me show you Sunday Igboho. I want to show you Sunday Igboho, who is openly displaying his own new security outfit. Yes, Sunday Igboho, new security outfit. Come and see it. With everything, they are kitted like American security. You people, you don't know. Yes. You don't know we are. Okay, it is there. That's Sunday Igboho's security outfit. Let me show you. They are kitted. This one is in Sunday Igboho's compound. What happened to her? The battery don't die, you Chineke. You give him the other phone. Let's say the battery don't die. Let's see. Watch, oh, this is Sunday Igboho. Are you seeing the outfit? They call it Iru Eku. Are you seeing it? Iru Eku Security. Are you seeing it? Iru Eku Security. Sunday Igboho say he has gotten clearance from the presidency. So Sunday Igboho is now directly working with Nigeria presidency. Nigeria presidency have given him go ahead. Now they will cut money, give him to equip this security outfit. And we are busy gossiping and talking up and down. We are busy dividing our funds. We are busy dividing the funds. That's what we are busy doing. Are you seeing it? Let me play it again from the top. He's displaying it with everything, with the knife, lights, the one they'll be using to move in the bush and hide everything, with telephone, with everything. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Fully kitted. But Martin Nnamdi Kanu started the Eastern Security Network. They say na terrorists. They say na terrorists. Yoruba media, all of them, they keep speaking up to tomorrow. Yeah? Anybody they hold in Biafra and they say it's ESN, it's terrorist, it's terrorist. So this one is not terrorist, Abi. It's not terrorist because the presidency have approved it. Is this one a state actor? They call ESN non-state actor. Biafra Liberation Army, Gentle the Yahoo, and the rest, they call them non-state actor. This one, is it a state actor? Bibo must be wise. And where it hurts me more is that our own people are part of those that were writing all manner of junk against Eastern Security Network. Till tomorrow, they are spreading fabricated stories about Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and Mazin Simon Ekpa. Till tomorrow, our last line of defense, we should be grateful to God that everything they have tried to do against our men, they have failed. All the lies and propaganda against Gentle the Yahoo was all lies. They tried to catch them, to analyze them, but they keep failing. But we are not taking advantage of the mercies of God that have kept our angels. We have seen Angel Makeup with his latest updates, and they are still making you understand that we are still intact. Every attempt to unalive us, they go to Mother Valley, they go everywhere, they scatter everywhere. Amen. As the spirits and angels, I will call them. They survive all the evil, all the saboteur. Look at Yoruba. Yoruba is promoting their own security outfit now. And they will be calling you names and say you are a separatist, you are this, you are that. They say you cannot be president. So you cannot also protect yourself. You can't protect yourself. I am going to get to, let me play this other thing for you. Look at Sunday. Okay, somebody wrote from a 24 Igbo, 247 Igbo. Let me see if maybe you'll be able to read this. I think somebody said something about it earlier, so let me read it for you from 247 Igbo. Let's read it together. Yeah. 247 Igbo wrote, he said, when Nnamdi Kanu formed a security network, ESN, Yorubas and their media were everywhere saying he is non-state actor. Now Sunday Igboho formed Iru Ekun, same security network. No one is saying he is a non-state actor. And some Igbos were even supporting their attacks on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Are you even saying somewhere where now even the people that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu had been working with? Oh, this thing is in the people that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu had been working with. Those ones are now turning their guns against Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Have you seen it? When Nnamdi Kanu formed a security network, ESN, Yorubas and their media, we are everywhere saying he is a non-state actor. Now, Sunday Igboho formed Iru Eku, the same security network. No one is saying he is a non-state actor. And some Igbos were even supporting their actions. Are you seeing it? Just for you to see that our people, I don't know what to call our people. I don't know what to call our people. I want us to listen to this. This one has been making the rounds, been going viral. Let's listen to this expose from someone from within the Nigeria system who has exposed what they are doing with their rehabilitated terrorists. All those repentant Boko Haram. Come and hear for yourself if you have not already heard it. Listen.
Boko Haram are being rehabilitated. Now, what they do, after the rehabilitation, they fill form, they ask questions. How many people have you killed? So if you kill 50, you have your own class. 50 and above, 20, I have never killed. So if you have never killed, maybe you stay there 1 month and go off. If you kill small number, 2 months. If you kill many, 6 months. Which type of ammunition that you use? Then that's the people that they are going to pay them a payoff of 3 million and a monthly salary of 50,000. I'm saying this, it should be a shocking. I'm revealing this. After being rehabilitated, what happens the next? If you cannot live without gun, the government will provide gun for you. As a civilian JTF, you all know that they are here in Abuja. Most of them are repentant Boko Haram. Some of them that they cannot stay in the society, they are being exported to Algeria to go and attack the miners, to go and do illegal mining, gold mining in Algeria, and be paid. If they sustain gunshot, they are going to be transported back to Maiduguri and treated in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital through the government of Borno State. The repented IDPs, repented Boko Harams, and also the civilian JTF go to Zamfara. They are there. The government of Zamfara is paying them 70,000. The government of Borno State is paying is paying 70,000 to the Borno State government. The Borno State government is paying them 50,000. Meaning it is a job, it is a business. It is not a crime to start a business if the business is being recognized by our government. The business that I'm craving for is to start my terrorism. I'm not going to terrorize anybody. I'm going to fight back. It has been so painful that the killer of my dad is being paid with taxpayers' money. The abductors of our wife, our children, our sisters are being paid off by the taxpayers' money. They drive luxury car with escort. There is one man that slaughtered 96 people a day. Now he's driving with Hilux. His name is Odimegwu. I'm saying this, I don't care. I don't care. I'm ready to die.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This is what they are doing with the so-called repentant terrorists. Nigeria, how many times have we told you the Nigerian government, they are working with terrorists? English Alhaji, the one that knows them very well, very, very well, that actually even sometimes the terrorists, they call him on phone. He has told you that the Nigerian government are bandit government, terrorist government. He said he has evidence to everything that they are doing. Now, in the Oyo State and the Yoruba land, that the terrorists have kidnapped even little babies. 2 years old baby is being kidnapped. Students, small children, 5 years, 6 years, were kidnapped. Their teacher was murdered in cold blood. Today, your so-called renewed hope president is not doing anything. Gumi comes out openly and said that these terrorists that are unaliving people on camera, that they are going nowhere, that they are part of them. You see media, army media and government media coming out to say, we are going to rehabilitate them and we will monitor them. On live, on TV. Army generals will come and say that they are prodigal sons. National security advisor will say they are our brothers. In Nigeria, everything is boiling up to a point. It must boil to the point whereby you all will understand that you are in trouble. You are all in trouble. And if you do nothing, you will all be gone. My major concern is that our people do not know how important it is that you and I have very committed men that are willing to put their lives on the line to protect our land, and yet we're not giving them what they need to protect our land. Do you know how much Nigerian government are investing in terrorists? The guns they are using, you know how much it costs? You know how much? To be able to sustain this and to keep our land safe, to ward them off, we need equal amount of, force, power force or weapons, whatever they are using against us. So we need to protect ourselves. That's just the situation right now. If we don't, let us not think that because you are abroad or somewhere, your village will be overrun. That's their end game. Now, from nowhere, Gowon have come out because they are seeing that Odimegwu Ojukwu'S is no more, and most of the people that went with them for the Aburi Accord, they are no more. Gowon comes out to the extent that Gowon is even saying now that during the war, the Nigerian army did not kill human beings, that their gun was only shooting at palm trees. This same Gowon that is calling for nationwide prayer. That's why when I see some of these people that go to these Nigerian churches, Gowon is a prayer warrior that's preparing to go to hell. Look at the news I saw. Let me bring this. Let me bring this news. I think I just saw it now. Okay, look at it. Vanguard News. Gowon should apologize to Igbo over palm tree war comments. Because Gowon claimed that they didn't kill people during the war, that their guns that they were shooting, it was only hitting palm trees. So I think I have that video. Let me look. Let me look whether I will see that video. I think I saw that video somewhere and I shared it. Let me see whether I still have it here. That's what Gowon said. He said that the guns were only hitting, I don't know, Mama shared that video, that the guns was only hitting palm trees. Is this where he said it? Let me see. The hellfire that is waiting for Gowon, okay, bless not before here I share them. Maybe not for another platform. Okay, wait, what did he say here? Let's see. I think it's here. It could be here. Let's hear this. Let's listen to the man. Listen to Gowon.
Etc. Of course, the other side, it will Jubu, you say no because of other work. Nigeria is going to poison the first whether we are afraid of weapons being in there, but of Nigeria will be poisoning the food, and so they will say no to and in the end, really a lot of the people, it is not from killed by gunshots, right? But all the palm trees that I saw when I went to that part of the country, and I saw all those black spots on trees, palm trees, etc. And I was wondering what sort of disease is it on those trees? And someone said, no, those are bullets, bullet marks. So most of the bullets were more on the on those trees,
Not on people.
not on people.
Are you hearing that? Did you hear what this demonic man said? That bullets did not hit people. Bullets were hitting palm trees. So the 3 million people, close to 5 million people, 3 million that died by starvation, another 2 million that died during the war. That no, it's not. It's palm trees. So Gowon killed 5 million palm trees with machine guns, not human beings. Just imagine. Imagine this man that is getting close to his grave. This man that cannot even go back to his own village. Look what he's saying. Now, why are they changing the narrative now? Why are they trying to change the narrative? Because Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is getting ready. Man Simon Ekpa is getting ready to take the war to the international stage. We are preparing to go to Hague. Mike Arnold is pushing. Our own international envoy, Joseph Schmidt, is pushing. We are going to the international court. The 6 trillion reparation, they are scared of it. They're scared of the money they are going to pay. So Britain is now pushing Gowon to come out, change the narrative. You are the one that was the president and you are still alive. Just come out and change the narrative. Write a book. Do you know what? Gowon wrote this book, and I learned that Theophilus Danjuma actually, let me see whether Chudo, okay. Yes, it's important you read what this guy that posted this thing, it's important you read what he titled this particular video. Theophilus Danjuma supported Gowon's book. Listen, Yakubu Gowon is on Arise News TV telling the world that most of the bullets fired by the Nigerian military forces during the genocide in Igbo land only hit palm trees and not people. Is this what he wrote in the book he just released? No wonder Theophilus Danjuma donated 3 billion naira to his book of lies a few days ago. These are people who should be facing international criminal court for crimes against humanity. So they know that the time for them to face the international court for the crime against humanity they committed. Now, even Theophilus Danjuma, who was crying in videos like this, that will show you how we have the records everywhere. Theophilus Danjuma is the one that told you they collude. Listen to him. He sent 3 billion naira to Gowon for this book where Gowon is lying that it is trees. Remember Theophilus Danjuma, this man here.
There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing.
This man here was part of those that came to bombard Biafra land. This Theophilus Danjuma. Before they leave this world, they are about to be judged for their evil. Just to cover up, this man is sending 3 billion to Gowon to put out a narrative that they did not kill people. The war that is starting to be one of the most deadliest war in history is where they are now lying that they didn't kill people, that it was palm trees. And it is the man that is saying this thing here. Listen to him.
There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and, of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians.
So you see, this man is telling you that the armed forces collude with bandits now. But he fought a war for 3.5 years, barricaded Nigeria, made sure that food did not pass through. Countless millions of people died, and now he's supporting a demonic narrative that people did not die, that it was palm trees that they were shooting. But now, how about somebody coming now to tell you that this your collude is not true, that the bandits were only shooting trees? Oh, Namo, why you want me to carry you now? I'm doing live program. Sorry. So the bandits. Now I'll carry him now. I'm carrying his head. What do you want me to do? They collude. They collude. What if we come and tell you that no, it's a lie. The bandits are only shooting at trees. They didn't shoot at anybody. You are telling us here that they collude because you know the soldiers very well. You have intel. But in the case of the war that Biafrans, that you fought Biafrans, in case of the lives that you took in Biafra land, it was evident. Everybody saw it. The international community saw it. Photographers from UK, BBC, all of them, they saw it. Now, Theophilus Danjuma, you are paying Gowon money. You are paying him money to put out lies. Just imagine how much. Imagine how much this God-forsaken evil man is giving to Gowon to lie. Look at it. Yeah? Is this what he wrote in the book he just released? No wonder Theophilus Danjuma donated 3 billion naira to his book of lies a few days ago. These are people who should be facing the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity. They're supposed to be facing the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity. Eh? Let us hear what Simon said here, and then I will go and bring you the video from our brother JC. Simon says some interesting things here, and let's listen to him.
The fact is, the division.
Let's listen to him. Nigeria is going to divide. Look, I'm telling you, whether quietly or by force, I'm telling you, the division of Nigeria is inevitable. Whether you like it or not. If you like, support Biafra. If you like, don't support Biafra. It will be in your own interest as a Biafran, as an Igbo man, or as a Biafran from other Biafran tribes to support Biafra. Because even if you don't support Biafra, Nigeria will still break. So by that time, when Nigeria breaks, is it when you will not be looking for how to come in and fit in? Eh? So you need to support now, fit in now. Now that there is fire on the mountain. So you have to run, fit yourself in. Otherwise, when the fire is over and everywhere is burned, how will you be able to fit in? Let us listen to Simon.
Let's tell ourselves the truth now, at least for once. See, I'm going to speak and a lot of people will think I'm speaking like a Biafran, but no, I want us to reason like analytical human beings. The fact is, the division of Nigeria with all the indications on ground so far is inevitable. The division of Nigeria is inevitable without implementing the regional system of government.
Aburia.
Okay, let's look at the indicators. Number one, the fact is, the issue of national insecurity at the moment happens to be majorly a northern problem, right? You quite agree with me on that. And in that regards now, any government of the day, any president at the moment that is not of the northern descent or northern origin that tries to fix that, if he's hoping to come for a second tenure, I bet you he can't succeed in that. You quite agree with me, right? And this is what I mean by that. Okay. In addressing, considering bringing into view now what happened recently in Benue, just the normal issue of farmers herders clashes as they call it, right? Okay. In fixing this kind of situations, now forget about the deployment of military, police, whatever the president coming to visit. You quite agree with me that that doesn't solve anything and is not going to solve anything. The only thing that will solve that to some certain extent is we having a situation where there is ranches established for herders, right? That is to say, the herders must be in tune with changing times. Because you quite agree with me, there's no developed country you go to in this world today that you'll find a situation where animals wander all around. There is none. You can never find any developed country of that nature. But in so doing now, if the president of the day tries to enforce that, it's going to be rejected by the northerners to some certain extent, evidently clear even in the past, right? Considering the fact that these people are citizens or whatever, they are nomadic in nature, right? That has always been the conversation. They are nomadic in nature. So they move from places to places. And the fact is, I don't know where we're actually getting this. Okay, if you say you are nomadic in nature, how do you expect the government to account for you? Have you ever seen a country where you have citizens being nomadic in nature and the government can account for them and make budget for? So you see, the fact is, the herders must be in tune with changing times, but they are not ready for that. And even the politicians are not ready to have that conversation. Let's look at the issue of dialogue. We need to preach dialogue. We need to be accommodating. There's enough to share, according to Tinubu. But looking at it, you quite agree with me that as far as this life, this nature is concerned now, people have metamorphosized over time, which is the fact that people no more just live because they want to embrace each other in love and peace and harmony. There are two things that guide and regulate the conduct of humanity. One, adequate enforcement of the law. Even in developed countries. That is to say, you know that when you do this, this will happen. You must reap for it. You will go in for it. That makes people behave to some certain extent. Another thing that guides people's conduct is the fact that they must be subordinate and superior. Right? That is to say, in anywhere I live for there to be peace, is either they must be, you are the senior, I am the junior. So you know that when you try me, I will finish you, and me that knows that you are more powerful than me, I will not try you. Those are the things that keeps people in check. But if you think that we're going to sit down and be, in as much as we desire one Nigeria, we want to preach and we want to be all accommodating, we believe we're stronger together. But it's not the preaching of peace and love or whatever that keeps people together. These two indications are what keeps people together. And you quite agree with me to some certain extent. The two is missing. There is no adequate enforcement of laws. We are under-policed. Even the armed forces is overwhelmed. And a lot of other things. So what will keep people in check? So what we are fighting for at the moment is a situation where who is more powerful Is it me, the Fulani man? Is it me, the Yoruba man? Is it me, the Igbo man? Or is it me, the Hausa man? The fact is, that must be sorted out. When it's sorted out, now everybody will know his position and people now will just decide to keep quiet and whatever. Looking at it, when you now introduce our religious extremism in all aspects as well, that is evident in the country. You have a lot of radical Muslims, radical Christians. We're not ready to tolerate each other. The only thing that will make us tolerate each other, let's tell ourselves the truth, is the full implementation of the law and the adequate protection of the vulnerable. That is just it. And all these things are missing. So how do you tell me we are not going to divide? And the fact is, looking at it now, Tinubu will not dare go that way, right? Because by the time he tries to introduce that, okay, there must be establishment of ranches to curtail the free movement of the Fulanis, you quite agree with me that he is going to lose a lot of... the fact is he's already losing at the same time as far as the North is concerned at the moment.
Yes.
And that is what will bring the division closer in that regards. In the sense that Tinubu doesn't look like somebody that is ready to let go.
That is why, look, I have told you people, and I will repeat it again now. God is using Tinubu to end Nigeria. Because Tinubu is stubborn, and we thank God that he is stubborn. Tinubu is stubborn. Tinubu likes to be in power, and I am happy he is the one that took over power. Because had it been his people that were from one corruption, hand over to another corruption, hand over to another corruption, Nigeria will continue forever and ever. But somebody like Tinubu, who will never let go, instead of him to let go, he has already equipped his Yoruba maggots, like Sunday Igboho, gave them money, you know, because now when Nigeria will cast, of course, Nigeria have casted already. As Nigeria will cast, Tinubu will still use them in their Yoruba nation. Tinubu will still use Sunday Igboho as the political tool and tout that he is. The only place that will be a safe zone with law and order, integrity, already knowing that we have a mentality of biri kambiri. We do not have that mentality of control. Look at how the City Boys movement collapsed in Southeast. Because Igbo people, you cannot control us. You can't. If you like, give us money. You get where you go reach. You tell, my friend, which kind of money? Now you, okay, you give me money, I'll come become, I don't come get my say. At that time, you will see them, they will say, hey, hell you. But when they reach for decision making, during their 2023 election, didn't you see it? If not for what Wicked did in Obibo and in Iguacha, and stole ballot and started unaliving people, Iguacha did not vote for Tinubu now. I lie. Just see what Kubana chief priest and the Obi Kubana issue. See them with all the money they are sharing, money and water. It can't reach time when the one happen. The people cast them now. That is why we are unique. And we will need leaders like Simon Ekpa, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, people that will be able to implement the working system from the West. People that will be able to implement the law and order that makes things work in civilized society. People that are not gluttonous, that do not go after the material things. It will work. People that will not exploit you because they are bigger than you or because they are in a position. People that know that integrity matters a lot and they keep going by integrity. Biafra will be so unique and so different. You can't, that's why they are afraid. By the time this division happens, which eventually must happen, and it will happen because of Tinubu. It will happen because of Tinubu. Don't worry. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. You see this Amadike? He's coming out. Simon Ekpa have already won his appeal. That one I don't deal. It's a done deal. So at the end of the day, this Tinubu that is holding on to power now, that doesn't want to let go, he will be forced to scatter everything. Oh yeah, Yoruba. That time, he will think that he has confused Igbo people, but he doesn't know that we've heard our side tight. Masin Namdekan will show up, and everything will be working the way Chukwu Kabiyama wants it. So let us allow Simon to round up.
Of the fact that this 8 years is his birthright. And at the same time, the Northerners are not ready to give it to him. So when you have a clash of the titans, Abi, that is what I refer to this 2027. Forget about this defection. Clash of the titans is going to definitely give birth to something. So with all these indications on ground, my brother, the issue of one Nigeria, we are going to get better, will remain nothing but a delusion, seriously. We're going to talk more in this regards. I will drop more in this regard.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Now, what did our brother Joseph Okechukwu had to say? I really want us
Let's tell ourselves the truth now, at least for once.
Oh my God, what kind of noise is that? Let me go to JC. Okay, this young man said something. I don't know. What did he say? Let's hear this one.
Ojukwu'S account.
Let's hear what this man said. A leader putting his political and personal ambition over the welfare of his people doesn't end for the both leaders and his people. And wait, let me see. I don't even remember what he said here. I better go to, let me get us Joseph Okechukwu's medicine no come give me Joseph. No come open some bloody image now. Say your own. They had it. They show everything. Okay. Yeah, part one. Let's hear what Joseph Okechukwu had to say about Aburi Accord. I have not listened to it. I just want us to enjoy it together. Because I know this brother is good at what he does. So let's listen together to our brother, Joseph.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, so I noticed, and that is not a surprise to me, that we are back again to speaking about Aburi, the Aburi Accord, which involved General Yakubu Gowon, late Odimegwu Ojukwu'S, and General Ankara of Ghana, right? And you know, whenever we talk about the Aburi Accord, the first thing that comes to mind is regional government, right? Restructured Nigeria. These are the terms, the words that jump into your head immediately you hear about Aburi, because this was what Aburi was meant to accomplish, and it was agreed upon. Gowon, I don't even know, for whatever reason, has not been very upfront. He hasn't been able to tell people the full truth of what happened at Aburi. And it wasn't even like it's any big secret. It wasn't a secret. Everybody knows. It was an agreement. It was an accord. It was signed. Ojukwu was excited. He was very ecstatic after that. And he was coming home and he was just ready to tell the whole world. In fact, he was even about to make concessions that he didn't even think he was going to make, because he was happy with the outcome of the meeting that took place in Ghana. When they came back to Nigeria, they completely deviated from that. I heard a man that I've never seen before. I heard him talking on social media, and he was talking about what happened with the Aburi Accord and how that Nigerians decided to just, sabotage it, which then led to the war that we fought, right? The brutal war that claimed millions, over 3 to 4 million Biafrans, right? But then they asked him a question and said, do you think that the Western powers influenced what happened, made Gowon and his cronies to, sabotage something they'd already agreed upon in Ghana? And he said no, that he didn't think. And that just basically got me to, understand how very ignorant most of our politicians are, even to the point of our so-called elders who are in power today, or those who had once been in power. Many of them are completely unaware of the international dimension of politics, right? They don't understand the meddling of the colonial powers. They don't understand the dimensions and dynamics of neocolonialism. They basically see politics just on face value, just the way it is played in Nigeria. They completely disconnect themselves from the actual sources of our problems in Africa, more so Nigeria. There is no way anybody will get up and say, oh, I don't think the Westerners were involved in what Gowon and his people did. No. The Westerners, the colonial powers who never wanted Nigeria to break, were the people who were responsible for what Gowon and his cronies did.
Yeah.
They were the ones, because they didn't want Nigeria to break. The oil had just been discovered, and it was concentrated in the eastern part of Nigeria, where they didn't have a lot of love for the east, for Ojukwu. They knew that Ojukwu was a man who wanted something, who knew his right. And you couldn't play ball with such a person. You needed somebody who would be a stooge, a perfect puppet. And they found that in the other regions.
Exactly.
They were not going to trust Ojukwu to play ball with them, because the ball they wanted to play was that Ojukwu was going to allow them take every single thing and leave nothing for Nigerians.
Ojukwu was very intelligent.
And that is what is happening today. Why did Bola Ahmed Tinubu get a red carpet reception in Buckingham Palace? It was because his regime is one of the few regimes in recent memory that has literally given everything to the colonial powers.
Everything.
And left nothing to Nigerians, which is why you have to borrow to even get a toilet paper in Nigeria. Everything has got to be borrowed, because your own wealth has been mortgaged to someone else who claims to own you. And that is a colonial power. In previous videos, I have told people how that Yahya Jammeh, of the former president of Gambia, was kicked out of power simply because he said he was not going to allow the colonial powers take a greater percentage of the resources in his country and give him royalty of 5%. When he said he would not do it, they told him, Mr. President, you should be happy, because if you took the 5% offer we're giving to you, would be one of about 3 countries in Africa, 3 or 2 countries in Africa that actually have up to 5% royalty from their natural resources. The rest of the countries in Africa have less than 4%. So imagine you have all the oil, you're the 6th largest oil exporter in the whole of Africa, if the whole world, and the royalty you get from the resources, the money that is made from that oil sales, is only about 3%. Think about this for 1 second, only about 3%. I also made reference to the wife of Sierra Leone president, who mentioned that what they are getting for the gold and diamond they are taking from their country, from the same colonial power that actually oversees Nigeria, that owns Nigeria, is just a fraction, 0.something%. This is how nations are destroyed, and our political elders do not have this information. They don't know how these things work. And they are busy defending the colonial powers. Completely ignorant. And if you have this ignorance, there's no way you are going to be able to help to bring about the change that we need to break away from the shackles of this neo-colonial slavery. So that is what happened with Aburi. It was 1,000% the West. That's why when the war broke out, the same people who made Gowon to renege on what was agreed in Ghana in good faith actually came to help Nigeria to massacre Biafrans. That's what happened. It's in plain sight. It's in black and white. And today, people are debating it. So I just wanted to lay that record straight. But that's not even the main reason I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is to ask you a question and also provide you an answer. Why do you think Aburi all of a sudden has come up again?
Why?
Do you know the answer? So, a lot of people do not know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know, sometimes with us in Nigeria, we really know something, but we find it difficult to state it as it is. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, is not the kind of man that you want to take power from him forcefully. He is the kind of person that when he holds on to something, he will rather die with it. But he's also very strategic. So don't think that that guy is a fool, right? He's not. There is something you must expect come 2027. And Bola has already gamed all of this because he has handlers. He has colonial handlers who are handling him. Okay? Because he represents them in total. Nobody has been able to represent them in Nigeria like he has. Right? I just explained that to you. But here's their plan. Their plan is this. They always have plan A, B, C. Right? But I'm going to stop at B. The plan A is that they're going to sweep. You can see how they are manufacturing votes, right? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think he won by 8 million with 8 million votes.
11 million.
Contested 8 million votes in 2023. But I hear that the primaries they just had, he has won by over 10 million votes. Only APC primaries. And then you saw what happened in Abia and all of those stupid shenanigans that these guys are playing, you know, because they're, of course, as far as they're concerned, Nigerians are now dumb, retarded, foolish. They don't deserve any truth or any decency or anything. So that's what they do, all they do. But
they get away with it.
Bola also believes, that's plan A, is that by 2027, they're going to generate all of that. And they're going to declare that he has won. The way it was done in 2023, probably even faster than they did in 2023. But there's a plan B. The plan B is if he looks into the future and sees that things might not turn out the way he is expecting, Bola will start within the next few weeks to plan for the suspension of the Constitution of Nigeria. And he'll want to do it legally, not illegally.
Let's go to part 2 because this has part 1, part 2, part 3. Joseph is just good. One English-speaking shameless lady. I tried to bring this guy up. We want to work with him. The shameless Oyibo person, he say, nah, this guy is not working with us. Vam, I know you are going to talk, but
of course, exactly.
Some people, I'm just preparing myself for how God will punish them in this our movement. I'm just preparing myself for the final onslaught. So let's go on with this is Joseph Ozukochukwu. Yeah. With all the English way they speak, you never come and represent Biafra like this. Joseph, thank you. Let's go ahead and listen to him.
Now, I say legally because Bola has got the Nigerian judiciary, the legislature, and of course the executive, which he sits atop, all of them in his pocket. And so what you're likely going to see is a situation where Mr. Tinubu says, the drums of war that I am hearing, they are growing louder and louder, and they're becoming more serious than I may have anticipated. And with the kind of movement I'm seeing on ground, it looks like we may not be able to pull off what we want to pull off in 2027, even with the help of foreigners. All right? In that case, rather than go to elections knowing that the only outcome would likely be war, civil war in Nigeria, because I said it in a previous video that I put out before, that for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the North, the battle between him and the North, it is a lose-lose for him, because even if he wins convincingly and declares victory in 2027, the North will still say he rigged it and they will reject it. Even then, if he rigs it too and declares victory, the North will still reject it. I do not see any word in which the Northerners will accept any victory from Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. So you will expect that by now they must have put so many measures in place to contest and, if possible, go violent as far as they can to make sure Bola does not claim
Everywhere will
that
be
victory
boiling.
in 2027. And this man knows, he has intelligence, he has people everywhere. He knows that the die is cast. And he knows that if for any reason he allows himself to be moved out of power and the new regime comes into power, that all the stuff, the power that he has concentrated in the southwestern part of Nigeria will eventually begin to get deflated and get blown apart in bits. Because if you see what he has done, which is why so many people are angry with him, which is why Buhari has now become a saint to where he is that he has concentrated so much power, unashamedly so, in the southwestern part of Nigeria, in every aspect of governance, in every sector of government, in every aspect of our way of life. Tinubu has made sure that people from his ethnic group are the ones who dominate, and when they dominate from head to toe. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life in Nigeria. This is the first time we've said, look at Buhari that we call jihadist. He was able to have a better federal character attitude towards governance in Nigeria. Unlike Tinubu, who is a southerner. Rather than even pull his southern brothers, say for instance, let's say this is now a battle between the north and the south. So let's say Tinubu gets all the south, southeast, southwest, only them in power, and leave the north. We'll now say, okay, this is a north-south divide. This one is, he made it a Yoruba thing. So he is going to be so terribly afraid of relinquishing power into the hands of even an Igbo man, say for instance, Peter Obi. Because Obi is going to have a northern vice president. So Peter, he does not trust that anybody will be able to take over from him and protect what he has stashed. In terms of materials or whatever, or talent or anything in the southwest, he does not trust anybody to do that. So what he is going to do is, it will be better for him that Nigeria is restructured so that Southwest will become the winner, the biggest winner. Because all the development he has now pumped into the Southwest, all the brain drain that has gone to the Southwest, all the resources that have been, relocated to the Southwest, all of them will now get to stay. It will now be that Southwest has gotten their own fair share for all the sacrifices that they have made to the Nigerian nation, and that nobody is going to come to undo that. That is what is going to happen. And that's why you're going to hear people now talking about restructuring. So what you are hearing Aburi coming out now is almost like psychologically preparing, because Aburi had never been so well accepted in the media in Nigeria since it happened. Every time someone mentioned it, they will call you a traitor. Nnamdi Kanu carried it on his head. They said, oh, this is it. That's why we hate him. He's a traitor. He hates Nigeria. How come now even national news is carrying it in Nigeria? National newspapers, TV, everybody is talking about Aburi Accord. All of a sudden, it was allowed to come because they want to psychologically prepare you for a restructured Nigeria. That's a plan B. Just in case it has concluded that 2027 is not going to turn out the way I expect. So now we're going to end up with this one. Let us push for this. Before you know it, within the next 1 month alone, as recently as next 1 month, you will see them begin to make moves already on how to restructure Nigeria. They've already told you about state police, right? But now you will see proper restructuring. The east, the west, the north, you will see it happen before your eyes. so that nobody comes after Tinubu to come and take over. One Yoruba man made a video recently. I saw that video at an event. The guy was screaming almost like his eyeballs were bulging out. He was saying, we have to be careful, oh, we have to be careful, we must be careful. If Yoruba loses power, Yoruba is finished, Yoruba is finished, Yoruba is finished. He was saying it in a video. I don't know if I can still lay my hands on that video. I saved it somewhere. And you think Tinubu doesn't know that? He knows. He knows. So it's either he comes back for his second term to then execute the final nail on the head of the power relocation from the north to the west, or the process will begin now. Those of you who follow me on YouTube know that I have already broken it down and told you what really happened, how that the northerners upset the British colonial powers who handed the power over to them and made them the overlords, right? And made them the holders of the Union Jack, the holders of the colonial torch in Nigeria. They called them the final race. So they made them the holders, the representatives, the faces of colonialism in Nigeria. But then when suddenly they saw what happened in the Sahel, they realized, oh my goodness, I think we're better off with Russia. And then that protest happened that time, and there were Russian flags all over the north. The British panicked. They got so angry. And they were like, you know what? We're no longer safe with these guys. I think they have entered into the Russian trap. We need to move our power structure now and give it to the West so that the Westerners will hold it. And that is what Tinubu has been trying to activate and actualize. And the North, having been the holders for a very long time, are extremely irate, upset, and they are ready. It's going to be a suicide mission, and you know the North is not alien to suicidal movements. So they don't care whether they die. For them, it's a matter of life and death. A northerner that you see today and talk to him about Tinubu and Nigeria, they will tell you clearly that he's a one-term president. They don't even think about it twice. And what they will do, you won't know it now until you get close to the elections. And Tinubu will know that. So that's why I'm just telling you now. Because you know, when it comes to any intelligence operation, that's where I have my own. Okay.
Yeah, you're very good. You're very good at that. You know, Tinubu knows that Nigeria cannot continue. Tinubu knows that nobody likes him. Tinubu knows that nobody likes him. And all these are from jazz that are supporting Tinubu. Like Deboye and all these are keeping quiet. Because they know that immediately Tinubu goes away now, someone else comes in. They know that it won't be business as usual for them. A lot of things. Nigeria will never, I told you guys, Nigeria will never get it right again. Let's not. This is part 2. Part 3 is coming. No, don't go anywhere. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Make sure you are sharing this program. Really appreciate Joseph for some of this insightful analysis.
I'll keep it at that. I will tell you, I will break it down for you, and I will help you to understand it. That why Aburi is back again is so that you will begin to prepare yourself psychologically for a restructured Nigeria, which means that we are almost inevitably headed for a restructured Nigeria, a dismembered Nigeria. The British would rather that the North is cut off than that we are together with them and let them take power again, because eventually they will still align with Russia. We are headed for a very, very long journey, a very big thing. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be for the good of all of us. And may that be the case. God bless you. I'll keep you posted.
You see, I don't know whether does he have part 3. Let me see. I think he has part 3. Let me see if he has part 3. These things are okay. This is a part 3. These things, Tinubu may not even know. Did he do this part 3 the same day? Tinubu may not even know how it is going to end. Tinubu doesn't know how it's going to end. It's going to shock him. What thing Tinubu is doing, or nothing, let me add what Joseph may not have said. What Tinubu does not know is that the fact that people do not like him, as he has his own plan, there are so many other people that have their plans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is preparing himself for the nation of God. Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon, God's own nation, because their so-called restructuring, if restructuring is going to come from Tinubu, then it's going to be as good as another Nigeria restructured. You understand? So there's no way anything restructured along the line of Nigeria will be a blessing to us. A free and independent Biafra is what we are looking for. So let's hear the last part from Joseph, and then we'll see. Here's why the Aburi Accord conversation resurfaced.
And so, guys, in conclusion, let me give us another dimension to the distraction that Aburi is potentially likely to bring. I have just explained to you in that two-part video the deeper political dimensions to why Aburi resurfaced. But let me try my best to give you an idea or a sneak peek into the psychological and maybe emotional dimension of the level of distraction that Aburi could potentially throw up, and how potentially dangerous and devastating that could be to you and I, especially if you are a Christian. Hear me out, okay? You see, Aburi Accord is about two arrowheads, two figures. One is late, one is alive. The one that is alive, his name is General Yakubu Gowon. General Yakubu Gowon is from Plateau State, one of the hardest hit regions in this ongoing Christian genocide that is taking place in Nigeria. It is in the north central part of Nigeria. We call them the Middle Belt. The people at the forefront of the campaign to stop the Christian genocide in Nigeria are Igbos, because Igbos are predominantly Christians. We are about 98% Christian in Igbo land, in eastern Nigeria. And so, understandably, we have been championing this cause. We have literally owned it, because we know that the enemy that is intent on wiping out the Christians of the Middle Belt, that the moment he succeeds, that the next place he's turning to will be eastern Nigeria, where we have a higher concentration of Christian believers who have historically resisted the proliferation of Islam up until this day, unlike any other region in Nigeria. So now here is the kicker. You need to pay attention to this. The kicker here is that this whole Aburi is likely has all the potentialities of throwing up sentiments, old sentiments, that still reside within every typical true Igbo man or woman alive today. The sentiment that if Yakubu Gowon had adhered to what was agreed in Accra, the accord that was agreed so that there will be regional government, so that this war will be averted, that we wouldn't have gone to war and we wouldn't have lost over 4 million of our own people. The pain remains in our hearts. Our fathers carried that pain to their graves, and we that are alive are still carrying the pain. Why would such a thing happen to us? Why did Gowon allow himself to be used for something like this? So what that could do now is that Igbo people who are even championing the cause to end the genocide against Christians in the Middle Belt, in Gowon's own enclave, in his backyard, in his village, that many of them will now get up and say, to hell with Gowon and his people. As a matter of fact, this is the repercussions for all their actions. This is their payback. This is God punishing them for what they did to Biafrans. And what that does to you psychologically is that it disconnects you psychologically from the pains and the sufferings of those Christians who are being massacred right now in that part of the world where Gowon comes from. So, if some of you who are active on social media had paid attention, you would have noticed there was a time not long ago that a guy from Benue was talking about how that they killed our people. Even when our people were able to escape from the far north and were running home, the guys from Benue stopped them and massacred them. And if you know the history of how the war happened, we have seen people who made open confession that most of those who actually killed our people, the Biafrans, were actually Middle Beltan, of Middle Beltan origin, right? So when you look at all of that and put it together, you find out that the enemy that is after our souls as Christians in Nigeria may have gotten us where it hurts the most. The temptation to get into the fray and start getting sentimentally disconnected from what is happening in the Middle Belt is very high. If you are able to resist it, you are a very smart and intelligent person. And that's what I want you to become today. Smart and intelligent. Don't let yourself be drawn into this temptation. Because if we allow this temptation to catch up with us and say to hell with Gowon and his people, in fact, let them die in their thousands. We don't care anymore. And we say we're no longer carrying out this campaign. Let the Christians there die. They killed us after all. They deserve what is coming on them. Mark my words. That same enemy that is destroying them, the moment they finish, sure enough, they're going to come for you and I. And so this is no time for us to act in this way. We know that Gowon misbehaved. We know that Gowon acted. Listen, let me just be, because I always speak my mind. Years ago, I made a video about Gowon. It was trending. The video did trend, right? And I was telling people how angry, how pained I am at even the very mention of the name Gowon. Up until this minute that I'm making the video, I am still very angry with Gowon. And I am not ready to step down from being angry with Gowon. And God of heaven knows that my anger is a righteous anger, just like every other typical Igbo man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broke down all these things. I made videos about these things. Every true Igbo person that has Igbo blood running in their veins will feel angry towards Gowon. But let me tell you that the people who used Gowon to bring about the death of our compatriots, our ancestors, they are not yet done because they did not meet 1/10 of their goals for starting the Biafran war. The goal was to eliminate all of us. The goal was to wipe us off completely. Unfortunately, they didn't meet the goal even halfway.
And they've not given up on that. They've not given up on that. So, oh man, let me allow you to finish.
And now they want to continue from where they left off. And this is why they've started with this Christian genocide. If they say let every Christian die in Nigeria, no single Igbo man will be alive, because the ones who are not Christians amongst us it's just like a sprinkle.
But the alignment, another dangerous thing you must fear is the alignment of someone like Peter Obi with those same people that do not like Christianity, that do not love Igbos. Now, the Kwankwasia movement, for example, is a Sharia-oriented movement, the Kwankwasia movement, because Kwankwaso is one of the first governors to enact Sharia law in the north. Now, how would it look like? The future is disastrous for Nigeria. If Nigeria ever succeeds and go beyond now, disaster looms.
Almost everybody in Igbo land is a Christian. This is who we are. So when we hear Christian genocide, there's this instinctive spontaneous reaction that we give to it, because we know we are the number one target. Even though it's starting from another region, we are going to be the main target. So let us not be weary in doing good, in protecting and standing for our brothers and sisters. Let us still have that spirit of forgiveness as we push to right the wrongs of the past, because as long as I live and as long as any true Igbo man is alive, we must make sure that the right thing is done. If Gowon refused to do it, it will be done in our lifetime. I told you people many times that this thing they didn't give us then, they will give it to us if I won't leave this earth unless it has happened. And so that's not my concern. We are putting measures and things in place to make sure that happens. But now, don't let the temptation, don't let yourself fall into the trap of saying to hell, let them kill them, we don't care. If you do that, beloved, if you do that, take it from your beloved brother who loves you. Those people will laugh, and after laughing, they will show us Pepe.
But what I'm really curious. I wish I can get in touch with this my brother. I'm really curious to know if it is true that these Middle Belton leaders, somebody like Theophilus Danjuma, if it is true that Theophilus Danjuma paid Gowon book writing 3 billion, where Gowon is telling everyone that Nigeria army did not kill Biafrans, did not kill people, that they were shooting at palm trees. So what do you have to say about that, my brother? But these same Middle Belton people are covering up. They're covering up. They're covering up. Wait a minute. Let me play it for you to finish it.
They will come for me and you. They will destroy our land. They will flood that place with repentant demons who have been trained to go and kill us. And the same way they killed us in the past, they will do it this time, but they'll do it worse. So let's not be weary in doing good. In due course, God will pay them for their evil works. God bless you.
Well, I don't know why. I think I have to disconnect that. So, my people, this is a serious matter. One thing we must know is that everything is coming together now. There is a conspiracy. The conspiracy, how they want to play it, we don't care. Whoever is starting it, we don't care. All that we know is that at the end of the day, Nigeria will not hold this line together again. Nigeria will split. Nigeria will split, and it will split for good. That's one thing that I know. Nigeria will split, and it will split for good. Take it to the bank. The end of Nigeria is here. The end of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom is here. And nothing will bring Nigeria together again. Yes, nothing will bring Nigeria together again. Nigeria and lie, it will not be able to hold. Let me see if there's any. Which one is this one? I have no links with bandits. Sheikh Gumi declares after Saudi action. Which one is this one? I need to look for Mike Arnold's. Let me look for Mike. Let's look for Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold wrote Mike Arnold's concern about Mike Arnold's concern about the OK movement. I think we should read it. Yes, I am happy that Mike Arnold have seen something. Yeah, that's all I know, my brother. Chimamanda. All I know is that Biafra must come. That's all. Biafra must come. Yes, whoever is playing the game, let them play their game. We don't care. But at the end of the day, the Obodo Chineke will emerge. I want us to see what Mike Arnold was concerned about. Please, let's read this. the picture here is a very long read. It says, okay, Obi Kwankwaso movement. He said, no, I am not okay with Obi Kwankwaso, and you shouldn't be either. You see, I am not okay with Obi Kwankwaso, and you shouldn't be either. Okay? So why did he say so? It's very interesting, and I want you to join me as we read it together. Why is Mike Arnold not okay with Obi Kwankwaso? He says, no, I am not okay. Hope this thing is coming out well. Let me see. This thing goes there. Okay. All right. No, I am not okay with Obi Kwankwaso, and you shouldn't be either. I like Peter Obi. I am not sold on him yet, but he has potential, and I have an open mind. What will close my mind instantly, without any wiggle room, is an Obi Kwankwaso ticket. Nigeria does not need more of the same. It does not need different gasoline running through the same engine. It does not need a different conductor on the train. Not when the train has to follow the same damnable tracks. Why am I against Kwankwaso? Simple. He is the Sultan's man. Kwankwaso is the Sultan's man. Most inside of the inner circle, a sniveling bootlicker to Sokoto in a 5-decade career arc that has changed parties 5 times. PDP to APC to NNPP to ADC to NDC, but never once strayed from fealty to the throne. When the future Sultan was as a senior officer of an OIC nation operating in the shadows during the war on terror, his assignment from the Nigerian government was to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Every active jihadi theater of the post 9/11 era. One Nigerian defense attaché, who is a descendant of Mohammed, 5 radical Islamic countries, 3 years. There are only 2 other people in the Nigerian government who knew what he was up to. The president and Kwankwaso, who was serving as defense minister at the time. Wow. Incidentally, when the future Sultan returned from the post in 2006, not long after the top 10 reform-minded generals of the Nigerian army died in a plane crash, the committee Obasanjo had assembled to clean up the military gone in one flight. You know, guys, my nose needs some cure. Oh my God. Okay. Gone in one flight. A few weeks later, the sitting Sultan, his son, and her senator, Badamasi Machido, and several grandchildren were killed in another plane crash. The Abuja airport radar was turned off when their plane went down. The aviation minister declared it pilot error within 24 hours. The president ordered arrest of aviation officials within 48 hours. Question closed. The future Sultan was to ban 4 days later. Record time, skipping past Machido's surviving adult sons and past dozens of older brothers in the line. Saad Abubakar was the youngest of 52 children of Sultan Siddiq Abubakar III. The Sultanate Council reached past all of them. And not long after that, all those terrorist groups from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia started showing up in Nigeria, where they have been slaughtering Christians and raping the land ever since. The defense minister through every one of those events was Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. There there is not the only stain. No, that is not the only stain on his record. As governor of Kano State, Kwankwaso formally declared Sharia law on June 21, 2000 and established the Hisbah Board, the religious enforcement agency that has been arresting Kano residents for improper dress and indecent mixing of the sexes ever since. He lost his re-election in 2023 anyway for being insufficiently Islamic for the Kano clerical establishment. Obasanjo handed him the defense ministry the same year when he returned as Kano governor from 2011 to 2015. He left behind allegations that he misappropriated roughly 10 billion in pension contribution from Kano state workers. The EFCC interrogated him over it in 2021 and sealed his property. The investigation has stalled. A separate panel found that the EFCC chairman at the time had personally directed his operatives not to investigate Kwankwaso. Today, his nephew, Musa Gaba, is under criminal investigation in Kano for a multi-billion naira pharmaceutical procurement fraud allegedly tied to a contract awarded to his company without due process. Kwankwaso is publicly accused of interfering with the investigation to protect him. Sharia, Hisbah, pension funds, pharmaceutical contracts, the defense ministry during a genocide, a different party every cycle, and now the vice presidency. That is why I will actively oppose any ticket with Kwankwaso on it, no matter who is on top. Peter Obi, if you want my open mind, pick a running mate who is not a puppet of the Sultan. And one thing, my brother Mike, you should know is that Peter Obi knows very well that there's no way he can win an election in Nigeria without working with these people. And these people are the most terrible people in Nigeria. The most terrible people. So that makes you to understand, my brother, that Nigeria, there is no hope, there is no future. So when it comes to the point that before you can win an election in Nigeria, you must be associated with terrorist sponsors. You must be associated with Sharia law, mongers. You must be associated with terrorist mongers. You must be associated with blood-sucking demons. How then do you want such a Nigeria to favor a Christian or to favor a Biafran? That is why the only thing we should be concerned about is how that country will break up. If it doesn't break up, we are all in a big shit. If Nigeria doesn't break up, there's no hope. There's no hope for a Christian, there's no hope for a Biafran, and there's no hope for any indigenous person. No hope. So bring an end to it to save lives. Bring an end to it to save lives. Somebody said, invaded the house of Adekunle Fajuyi, the Yoruba friend of Aguiyi Ironsi. So many of us know what history, that goes behind all these people. Because even, okay, let's read this, Sagacious. Sagacious, you are writing a lot. Let us read what you are writing. I think you have a lot to say here. The Nigerian, let's read what our brother is writing on the comment section. Nigerians are just not sincere about Biafra and Biafrans. If it happens to be true that Danjuma gave Gowon some money for his spurious book launching, I would be surprised. It's good to have you, Dr. Joy Irobi. Thank you for joining us. I would be surprised because even the seemingly friendship and harmony between the Fulanis and Yorubas is just count against Biafrans. Very correct. Danjuma was the first to slap and hit Aguiyi Ironsi when Nigerian soldiers invaded the house of Adekunle Fajuyi, the Yoruba friend of Aguiyi Ironsi. You can see that. So these are the demons that kept Nigeria. Tell me, Theophilus Danjuma is crying that they collude. Yakubu Gowon is still lying about what they did to Biafra. Tell me, how do you want to live in such a dishonest, a very wicked entity, a very terrible place called Nigeria with this kind of mindsets and this kind of people? How do you want to live with them? If Nigeria doesn't end, our lives will definitely end. Take it or leave it. So all these things that all these election, seekers are doing, all these things P2B and the rest of them are thinking they can do, a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is not possible in any ramification. A new Nigeria. You want to have a new Nigeria with Rabiu Kwankwaso? You want to have a new Nigeria with Atiku Abubakar? You want to have a new Nigeria with Wike and their rigmarolling PDP, brouhaha? You want to have a new Nigeria like that? Forget about it. It is Biafra or nothing. Biafra or nothing. So, that being said, I want to remind us that by the grace of Chukwuka Biama Primi Hedile, the planning committee for the 30th of the planning committee for the 30th of May, our Remembrance Day, are set. And we have flyers. We have flyers, and I want to bring them to us. I want to show us some of the flyers we have now. 1 minute, guys. So the flyers are out. And we need to prepare. And above that, we are also going to be preparing ourselves to go to Finland. I'm going to give us a number that you will need to call for those of us that are preparing to go to Finland. Yeah, I hope you're seeing that. You see this? Okay. All right. Our brother John Iwuji did a fantastic one here. Okay. So the flyers are good. The candle lights over our heroes. You see it? So please prepare yourself for these programs. On the 29th and on the 30th, we'll be live on the studio. And by the grace of God, we have a date with Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold is going to have a very short section on the 30th. Yeah, on the 30th, by between the hour of 5:30 and 6 p.m. Biafra time, we're going to be having Mike Arnold to say something about, this our Heroes Day, because he will also be representing Mazin Nambikano at our Los Angeles for the same Biafra Day event. So it's going to be a very interesting one indeed. And let me quickly put a phone number for us, for those of us that want to go to Finland. Very important. I need to put this phone number that you need to call. Hold on, guys. Let me bring out the phone number. Let me bring out the phone number. 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay. +35. I need to write it. I need to put it up here. Wait 1 minute. Let me. Okay. 1 minute. Let me type the number and then I'll put it. Plus 35 84 02 52 95 25. Mazi Anaido. So Mazi Anaido is okay. Okay, let's add it. For Finland inquiry. Hold on, guys. Okay, add WhatsApp only. Okay, I need to add WhatsApp only. And it's only WhatsApp message only. Only WhatsApp message. What? No, WhatsApp only. Just put WhatsApp only. I don't know whether it takes calls. I need to find out if it takes calls. Okay, so this is a number. This number that is rolling on the ground there, you can see it. Yeah, plus 3 5 84025 29 525. Please, that's the number to call as we prepare to go to Finland. As we prepare to go to Finland for the appeal and for the protest. Please, anything you need to know, especially for the vest we're going to be wearing. For the vest we're going to be wearing, they're trying to make sure it's affordable for everyone because we're going to have a vest that we'll be wearing. So you will call him or you will write him and let him know your size so that they'll make a vest, make your book for your own t-shirt that we're going to be wearing. And you are XL, you are XSL, you are double XL, you are medium, whatever size, you just let him know. So it's important. This number you are seeing down my screen there, Mazi Anedo, for Finland inquiry, is WhatsApp only. So we're going to Finland from the 5th of August for the appeal of our Prime Minister and for the protest. Our PM wants all of us to be in Finland. He wants all of us to be in Finland, please. Very, very important. Yeah. So that is it. Thank you, the Sagacious, for your comments. He said, I'm followed by a man called Joe Akaham from Vandekia LGA in Benue State. Danjuma and Joe Akaham are the main two generals that unalived Aguiyi. Wow. Yeah, Special Heroes Day is going to be heard all over the world. All over the world. We even wanted to bring in our sister Rachel, who is making waves for us and trying to get Biafra to be discussed at the Knesset in the Israeli parliament. She was going to be very busy with activities in Israel, so she couldn't join us. So, and that's also good that she's doing something for us on our behalf. So that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it here until we see again. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. God bless you all.
Hi, what causes in a woman I could retire? They could barely go more, billion. But the man to many people, what is happening in the world? Kulio, bilio, Chukoki Kabiama. Worona nyaga, kulio, bilio, Chukoki Kabiama. Worona nyaga. Kuleo bilisienu Chukoki Kabiama Usiere na nyaga Kuleo bilienu Chukoki Kabiama Usiere na nyaga. Maximum respect to my own talented leader Prophet Mazin Nandekano. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. They came from Sahel, they came from Chad, they came from Niger, Senegal and Mali, claiming our land, killing our people because of our blessings. My God, go to the bushes now, they're everywhere. Kidnapping and killing people every day. Raping and killing our women and men. Slaughtering them in their family. Hey God, kidnapping and killing Christians night and day. And nobody they talk. Chimo, dividing and ruling we anyhow. As if you're not human being, my God. Abducting and killing Biafrans every day. And the whole world they watch, the whole world they see. Chukoki Kabiama. Chukoki Kabiama. Corona Nyaga. What was this in the woman of the they could barely come out. But you're about to make a pillow. What is happening in the Chukoki Kabiama. They split us just in the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama. He go do me, we are one. Each and every bank, we are one people. The robo is so cold, we are one. He's on security, we are one people. Over the Calabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one. He go do me, we are one. Each and every bank, we are one people. Urobo is so cold, we are one. He's on security, we are one people. Over the Calabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one people. They split us, just the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama. They rape our wives, they rape our girls. They rape our sisters, raping even our children. Raping their car with the gospel and women with the top of the car. Chukoki Kabiama. Chukoki Go to the one nation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, your foundation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, go to the one nation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, your foundation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, Massimo, Durani Labasien. Mahamadike, Durani Labasien.